All right. Welcome back, guys, to the Supreme Identity Podcast, where we explore identity, uncover raw truths, and step into our supreme selves. I'm your host, Nick Goddard, and this is your space to break free from labels, embrace your authenticity, and unlock the power that's been inside you all along. Today marks the beginning of something new. I'm going to start a series called Seasons of Change. So, over the next couple of weeks or months, we're going to dive into different kinds of changes that shape us, from relationships to health, identity, and a lot more. So today, I wanted to get started with changes in relationship. I recently took a trip back to Jersey to see some of my friends. I haven't seen them in about a month or so, or a month. I'm sorry. I haven't seen them about a year or so. And I was a little bit anxious going on this trip, not because like to see them, but because of some of the memories I had with Jersey and kind of flying and traveling. I haven't done that on my own, or I haven't done that since I was with my ex or broke up with my ex. So there was some things that were still tied into it that I kind of correlated it being with her. And I was kind of also excited because I needed to go back and reclaim some of those things for myself. Not just, oh, this is where we got bagels together, this is where we walked the dogs together. I had to go and do that on my own to remind myself and tell myself that she doesn't claim that. Like, she doesn't, it's not about her, about us. It's just about my experience with that bagel store, with that park. And it really did help because the anxiety flying and traveling and just being in the familiar town, it wasn't a lot, but then once I saw my friends and we were doing things on our own, it felt really good, I guess, to kind of reclaim that and make it my own. What I wasn't expecting was how healing I thought it would be being around everyone. And it was kind of sad to leave because I realized how much I really did miss them and how much it felt good just to be in a familiar place. I love where I am now. I love Savannah. It is a great, cool place. It's awesome. But the familiarity I had with Jersey and the different things around there, especially the pizza and the food, it was just, I loved it. I miss it. I can't wait to go back again. And when I go back, I'll tell you guys all about it more. Um, but yeah, that was a change in the relationship I had. Another change in a relationship I had, which is why I was so excited to see my friends, was a couple of years ago, I had a falling out with some of my friends. And we just didn't see eye to eye. We didn't agree. So, of course, we unfollowed each other. We stopped talking until recently we got together because of a mutual friend we have. They had an event. So we went to this event. We sat down and talked, hashed everything out, had a good time. At the end of the day, we didn't even know or realize why we were upset at each other, or we just said whatever happened in the past was just because we were a little bit immature and we didn't agree. But now that we're older and we're back on the same path, we can kind of ride along together and we can enjoy life together like we once did. And this change is kind of a big deal because just because you lose touch with someone or you never lose touch with someone doesn't mean that type of relationship can't change. Relationships are very fluid. They evolve as we evolve. And sometimes that means you have to let go of those people you love. You have to let go of the people that are hurting you. Sometimes it means finding your way back to them. And other times just means learning how to love ourselves better through it all. And you have to think about how you've changed in the last year and think about how your relationships changed. Have they changed you? Have you outgrown them? There's certain spaces. Everyone is going to outgrow relationships eventually. Some people don't think so because you've been friends for so long that it's like, how can we not be friends? It doesn't make sense. It is possible. I know of these group of friends who stopped being friends with someone because they just removed themselves. They felt like they didn't align with them anymore. They just took themselves out and That's completely okay. If they want to protect their space and remove yourself from someone, do that. It's the same with romantic relationships. If you don't feel like you're aligning or anything connects or values anymore, you could remove yourself. But there's also the matter of doing it respectfully. If you don't care and you only care about yourself, cool, do it, cold turkey. But if you actually care about them and you care about you, give the space to have a conversation and then pull yourself away. Yes, you don't owe reasoning to anyone, they don't owe reasoning to you, but sometimes it's just like a sign of respect if you do it for each other. Some of these shifts I've been feeling a lot lately, and the biggest shift I felt recently, I no longer am in this relationship and I can actually grow. This was a shift I did not enjoy, but this is a shift that was needed for me to progress and for me to enter the next stage of my life. So, if you take a couple of minutes and think about what are some things that you need to be shifted in your life? Is it a relationship shift? Is it a life, job, faith, anything, any type of relationships that you have? What needs to change and what needs to stay? Do you want it to stay because you enjoy it, or do you want it to stay because it's beneficial to you? Just because it's enjoyable does not mean it is good, important, or healthy for you. Same with bad. Just because it is bad for you or it feels bad at the moment doesn't mean it is. Sometimes it can be good. Just like taking vitamins and drinking fish oil. We do not like it. It does not taste good. It is bad. Is it bad for you? No, it is great for you. It is healthy for you. So that's something you need to do. Reevaluate all of your relationships. See how they're providing to you and see how you are providing to them. A relationship is 50% given, 50% taken. You have to be whole in order for you to give to that relationship. And you need to understand what type of relationships need more attention. Certain friends need more attention during certain periods of time. Certain friends need less attention during certain periods of time. Same with family relations, same with kids, same with significant others. Job relationship, you have a set block that you need to give your time and your energy to your job. Yes, there's certain times when you can give more, there's certain times where you're going to cut back, but it's all about a balance. It's like a seesaw. The seesaw is never going to be flat. It's never going to be straight. It's going to teeter back and forth, up and down. And it's all about putting the proper weight and the proper time on each side to make it worth. So in this week, take 15 minutes to journal or reflect these questions. Who in my life do I feel safe around and why? Have I outgrown any of my relationships that I'm still holding on to? Is there someone that I need to forgive or maybe someone that I need to reach out to? And if you're feeling bold enough, send it a text and make it a text, send a call, you can write a letter to them, or you can just kind of write it and say it to yourself. And you don't always need closure to move forward, but sometimes you accepting you don't need closure or you writing it down for yourself, that's all the closure you need. You can't expect it to be reciprocated. Just know that if you're doing the right steps to move forward, whether keeping them or leaving them, just know you're doing it with good intention. A change in a relationship is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of evolution. Evolution's obviously needed because we all need to grow. I am not the same person I was yesterday. I am not the same person I was 20 years ago. I am a different person now because I'm evolving. So for today, think about all of the changes you are doing and how you're evolving. And I want you to remember growth is a journey, it is not a destination. Every step you take brings you closer to your supreme self. If today's conversation resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. You never know if this episode is what you needed or if a previous episode is what you needed, and you don't get to miss an episode. So thank you for spending this time with me. Today's episode hit home. Share with someone who needs to hear. Let's build this community together because your supreme identity isn't something you find, it is something you create. Stay tuned, stay powerful, and keep stepping into the best version of yourself. Until next time, stay supreme.